Next case is cause number 332-814. Case is style the state of Texas versus Travis Wade Gilly. Mr. Gilly, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gilly, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gilly, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gilly, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Gilly?
All right.
I'm doing fine. Mr. Gilly, I have two documents before me. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Right to Defendants Without an Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line stating you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have this document that's titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir. On that one, I forgot when I was filling it out, they dropped our hours. I wrote down 90, they just dropped us down to 60 a week.
Okay. Now, okay, you can make that.
Hold on.
Hold on a minute. What the heck, Mr. Randall, would you get this here? Mr. Gillis? Gillis. Does you said you need to make that correction? Is there a pen down there?
No, sir.
You can take that off that tablet over there. He needs a pen. He said he needed to make a correction on something. Okay, let me see that. Okay, hold on, give it to the bill.
Yeah, just change the hours and where the monthly income is the drop in our hours.
You said dropping or dropped?
They're dropping our hours down from 90 to 60 a week.
Okay, so that hadn't been done yet?
No, they did it Friday.
Okay, well, what I need to do is, yeah,
That's why I forgot about it. I was used to the 90 a week. That's why I wrote that in.
Okay, now, Mr. Gilly, um, based on the information that you provided me, I don't think you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. So at this time, your request will be denied. You can, if things change financially, you can, come back to the court to see whether or not you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. But in the meantime, you have three options. You can either you have your case reset to see if you can hire an attorney.
Yeah, I'll try to hire one.
Okay. Mr. I'll just put my initials here. He needs to, I guess, strike through that for. All right. You're gonna stand on the forex in front of our court coordinator. You reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on. Yes, 1 second. Mr. Johnson. This is cause number 331910. Case is filed, State of Texas versus Aiden Britt McKay. We have Mr. McKay here, who has applied for appointment of a court-appointed attorney. Mr. McKay, you recognize these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line inside the defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line saying you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
This next document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And on the second page of this document, is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant's Signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. McKay, before you signed and issue these documents, let me swear you in first. Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
I
sir.
think I swore you in earlier, but did you read these documents?
Yes,
Is
sir.
everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. McKay, based on your answers here, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney, and the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney John West. Now, Mr. McKay, I have some bond conditions that I'm going to give you, and these bond conditions state that following the return of a criminal information in County Court Law Number 2, all bail bonds executed for release of defendant and named here in order to this subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state or any other state. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol anytime it's directed by the court, and the court will revoke your bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence or the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 2 states that the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. I understand that the victim here in your case is your mother, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you reside with your mother?
I don't live with her. I live with my grandparents, but she is the only way we can get into town or anything.
Okay, so she provides transportation for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, she also does function as his primary support system, and she's out there right now. She's also his middle top client. They're both going through services.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to word this here. Now, on the part about shall not communicate, what I'm gonna put there, in a threatening or harassing manner,
Yes, sir.
okay? Okay. And now, Mr. Johnson, the part about going near any resident school or other, I mean, that may be an issue if she's transporting it. So I don't know if we need to strike that out,
The state is unopposed to striking that out.
that portion out?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you can't talk to your mother in a threatening or harassing manner. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you have to participate in services at the Spindletop Center and follow all of their recommendations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna stand over there, sign your for your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and we'll give you a copy of this here. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. McKay, if you violate any one of these conditions of your probation, your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, a warrant can be issued for your arrest, and you can be placed in the Jefferson County Jail.
Yes, sir.
John wants to your turn. The next birthday is December 2nd. She'll be contacted you within 24 hours.
What's this called? Oh, yes. Oh, let me give him, we're gonna have somebody to give him his copy. I need a copy of this here order.
You can bring
bring it to him if you like, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he can go. They're gonna bring it to him. Thanks. We can send a copy to his lawyer too. Okay. Oh, you free to go, just. Okay, that's the one that's gonna be copied. Reginald Allison. This is cause number 332-722, case of style of the state of Texas versus Reginald S. Allison. Mr. Allison, your middle name is Santel,
Yes, sir.
Reginald Santel Allison Jr.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allison, how are you doing?
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Allison, I have before me two documents. First document is titled, Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Or these your initials on the line that states I want to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Allison, I also have another document here. This document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 2 of this same document, Mr. Allison, there's a signature on this document. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Allison, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allison, now, I've read your responses in this document. Based on the responses, you don't meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the reason why I say that is because you have an income, but you have no bills.
Yeah, I resigned my grandmother.
Okay, I
It's like
understand.
Some work out.
Yeah, so you may have to, you have two options. You can see if you can hire an attorney.
I can hire one.
Okay. All right, you're gonna stand on the X in front of our court coordinator. Now you're gonna get him to, change that to hire. And then she's gonna reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.